Greetings, Mark Brown here. We're going to be looking at 5 basic functions in Excel. Yeah? Excel 5 basic functions. All right, so these 5 functions, just going to run through them and all of that. So look carefully. All right, so the first one is how to use the flash wheel. Now, using the flash wheel, definitely. So, for instance, you have 1,000 name, right? And all the 1,000 name in one cell. So, notice you have to separate the last name from the first name. So definitely you use the field series, much easier for you to do that. All right, field series. Definitely. So for instance, say a week when you want to reach to week 10, you can use the field series to do that. All right, so for instance, here in January, you want to reach to December, you can also use the field series to do that. All right, or to combine word and text in a cell. So for instance, you have word in one cell and number in another cell. We can actually combine both of them in the same cell. All right, so how to use the equal, right? The alt plus equal. So on the keyboard, you see ALT. So you're going to use that and equal to do a calculation. And then you're going to be looking at how you can insert as a row or a column. So for instance, you in the sheet, I want to put a column in between, or you want to put a row. I'm going to do that. Basics of how you're going to actually do that so far. So I'm going to bring up the sheet. So far, if you notice right here, all right, so the first thing we're going to look at definitely is here, the flash fill. All right. Now, if you notice, we have the first name right here, so we have name right here, so you see your first name right here, so you have last name right over here. If you notice, you have the two name them show up right in the column right here. You know, so Pete Johnson and all that. So what we wanted to do, we want all the first name here and all the last name here. So what if you have at least 1,000 of this now? How would you really deal with something like that? Because it's a whole lot of stuff that to type out. All right, so what I wanted to do, I wanted to type the first one. Right? So you have more one in which you can do this. Right? So you're gonna type the first name. So when I type the first name, what I wanted to do, definitely click on the bottom, click back on it. Right? I wanted to go right up here and notice these are the tab. Right? So follow my cursor carefully, click on data. Right? If you notice right, it's a flash fill. Now this is where you're gonna click. When you click, you notice all the first name appear right here. Now you just imagine over 1,000 name you have to do like this. You take one length of time to type. Alright, so we're gonna go to the last name now and do that. So we're gonna type the last name, just the same. Now when I type the last name, do the same thing. And then you're gonna come right back up here to flash fill and click. And if you notice, we have all this name right here. Right? So very important. Now, so the next thing we want to be looking at is the fill series right here. Alright, all we're going to be using that fill series now is simple. Alright. So for instance, I have one right here. Right? We're going to put one. Notice that one, if I put the cursor right at the side this and I draw it down like this. You notice it's pair one. So I'm going to use the fill series by coming right here. Notice right at this little pointer right here. I'm going to click. When you click, you notice right here, this is set with the fill series. I'm going to click on it. You notice it change? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I can actually try a different way again. I'm going to type 1, go to the next cell and type 2. Now when I click back in next cell, I'm going to block both. You notice I block both 1 and 2. So I'm going to put the cursor right here, just like that, and just try it down like that. You notice it change 1, 2, 3. That's how the fill series. I can literally do that. All right. So if I come like this and I'm going to type week 1, all right? Week 1. Notice, and if I put the cursor right here, so notice the cursor come and I'm going to drag it down like this. You notice it show week 1, week 2. That's the same. Look at the field series, you notice. You come right here, you notice it's at the field series. You notice it actually highlight because of the field series. That's why I do that. Like that. Alright. So what if I want to go this way with it? Now you can put the cursor right here and just drag it across. Just the same. Alright. So if I put cursor in the middle right here now, I'm gonna type JAN, which is January. The sheet a shot. Alright. Now I'm gonna put the cursor now. Try it down like this. You notice? Just the same. Got the first series. Alright, the next thing was to combine, this word and text in the same cell. Alright, we're gonna do that. Alright, try up a little more. Alright, so for instance, I have a word over here, and then I'm gonna put some number over here. Right? So over here, so I wanted to combine all this these two in this. Alright, so I'm gonna put equal right there. I wanna click equal, I'm gonna click right here. You notice right here inside here. So I'm gonna put the and sign like that. And then I'm gonna put quotes with a space. Well, let's quote again, and then I'm gonna put what the and sign. You click what the and sign now, then I come right here and click. You notice what is show right there? So I wanna click the enter key. If you notice right here, just the same. Both of them actually in the same column. You notice difference. So if I click, if you notice click, if you come right off, it's not a formula bar. You notice you actually see it right here, right? So definitely that's where you combine both the word and number in one cell. Because if you notice right away the word over here and the number right here, and I come put in one cell. All right. So the next thing that I wanted to do the calculation using ALT, which is alt plus equal, right? So bring over the sheet now, all right? So we want to put some random number so that we can actually get the thing going so far. All right, so let me go back again and put something right there. All right, or open, do that so far. So when I put it inside there, we're gonna use, so if you want when you're kind of upon a rush in Excel, you can actually do something like that. All right, so it's very important. So this can be a really a help for you. All right, now let me scroll up some more. And so what I wanted to do, I want to block everything and carry it down right here. Now why I have this space right here is because I want the answer to go down right there. So I'm going to look for Alt on my keyboard and then the equal sign and press both of them together. All right, and if you notice, we get the answer right down here. All right, you notice all the answer. All right, and the only thing that we did to get the answer, you notice Alt plus equal. Right on our keyboard, and notice we actually get it right here. All right, so the next thing that we wanted to do is right here. Simple is to insert a column on a row. All right. So in the sheet notes, all right. So for instance, right here. All right. So want a row in between here, a column in between here. So if I click right here, I can right click. If I right click, you notice right here, say insert. So right here, that show me that we can actually shift on the cell. That show me that I can actually insert a row, insert one table column. So I'm going to click this right here. Just check the box. You notice you have cancel, you have OK. I click on OK. If you notice, this is on here. All right, let me put it right back right here and right click. Mistake was making that one. Click, take column. All right, so you notice the column come in between as well. All right, so this is where they want it from the beginning. So the row now, right click right here, and that's the insert. There's the entire row. And I click right here. Notice the whole entire row in between here, so definitely. So if you make a mistake, you can actually do that. And that is very important that way. So this is exactly how you actually do these 5 features here in our Excel. Alright? So remember, like, share, and subscribe. So thanks to see you in the next video.